Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to more Plants vs. Zombies. Previously, we unlocked the coffee bean, garlic, and the Zen garden, which there's not really much happening with it right now. But this episode, we're going to continue with World 5-6. And of course, we're going to be showing what the garlic can do in this stage. Oh, it was that guy too. The catapult zombie, he can be a bit worrying. We also did show how to use a mushroom during the day. We just didn't use it that much. Squash and yeah, get that going. But we will be trying to show off the garlic. Do I think is a necessary plant? Not really. It's good for some setup, but you'll not get on this world, which I don't think this world is particularly good. But the thing is, I feel like the garlic would have been better on another type of stage entirely, and not the roof. It was cool if you want to have extra sunflowers, or if you just want to set up a lane of traps, because it does work quite well with that. In fact, we'll start showing it off now. We'll have it up there. And we'll get another one all the way down here. This could make a situation where you only have to defend these 3 rows. Because if they're at the top or bottom row, then by the garlic, they're just going to move to the row below or above them. Because we won't have anywhere else to go. Which is handy. Now I should get a whole load of setup for later on. I just realized I placed the cabbage pot in a bit of a bad situation, I want to say. Although I intend to do this later on anyways. So I want to get cabbage pots on these 3 rows. Because if you want to, in fact I should have done, you could take the jalapeno. If you have a jalapeno just waiting, you could get the garlic to lower all the zombies here. And you could clear an entire row of them. And it is good for that. And honestly, it's what I recommend doing the most. But the garlic can end up getting killed. It only has so much health like. This does allow us to set more sunflowers along the top and bottom rows, which, you know, pretty handy. Like we can get one there and one there. So if you're one of those people who prefers to have a load of sun like me in this game, then it sounds like a brilliant plan. To me, it's kind of a mess sort of situation. It's something that you have to go out of your way for, where you could just use the regular setup and it will do the same job. Now, because I believe I think every zombie bites it, apart from one. Or a couple, because the ones that drive over them obviously aren't going to eat them. I need to get flour there. A flower pot. I was going to start defending this row, but I don't think that's necessary just yet. Basically what I'm going to do is get as much as I can just here. I get tons more plants to cover these rows. And obviously that zombie's going to take forever just to get through one thing. Through one pumpkin shield. So it's not going to have too much fun with that. Because you actually don't go past the plant either. I think they do on some version. Like they bite the garlic and they go past it and to the next row. So if Zombie Disc Garlic, it would go for that sweet corn, but I don't think it did anyways. Obviously, you know, this is sort of good setup if you, like, again, it's good for the money strategy that there is in this game, which I'll show that later on. But now we're doing with the catapults army, they go for the back row, I think, like the stuff at the very back. Yeah, but they stay stationary. As you can see, it killed the sunflower. But it only goes for the stuff in the back row, so there's not too much of a worry with that. But they act like snipers. Other zombies are going to take damage for them. But we've got the setup going. Like, realistically, all we have to do now is just get more garlic set up. You can even start filling in like just more rows of just offensive plans. But if we just do this, the defensive garlic get the back, so when that one gets in, they have to go to another row again. But obviously, like this stage isn't going to be too much trouble. I'm going to be honest, with top stage is a bit intimidating at first, but once you know what you're doing, you're fine. But that's the same with every stage. You can just learn. That's what's most satisfying about this game. You just keep on getting better and better. As you can see, we're pretty much invincible right now. All I'm waiting for is just extra pumpkin shields for all the other plants. Because now we can start covering this row, and then it's just a bit of a jerk move. That's what I'm going to do is, this sunflower I'm going to get rid of, and start putting cabbage pulse just along these sides. Because it's going to damage them anyways, and by the time they get to the other row, they're going to be near dead. So it'll just help out a bit. But if you can get the mushroom upgrade, you could use that to your advantage on this. You can just make an AFK setup where all the coins get grabbed for you. It is handy to do that. I gotta lie, it's quite good just to go AFK in this game sometimes, just chill. That's also what the garlic's good for, to get rid of the aggro on this guy. Well, to get rid of the shields for this guy, because now he's not going to hit anything. He's just going to keep struggling to hit us. Now, I think he can hit through pumpkin shields, I'm not quite sure. Triple kill, look at him. Look at him go. Because you just need to keep an eye on the back row. That's where most of the aggro is going to come from, because you're going to realise that your plants in the back are missing. As you can see, still no trouble really. There we got a new plant. The umbrella leaf protects nearby plants from bungees and catapults. It's brilliant for that, but obviously, check out the second garden. Nothing there. So continue. At level 5-7, where we'll show the bungee plant. It's pretty good, because we're dealing with these guys and bungees, so obviously just going to be useful at all times. Ah, need to squash. Do I want to use the garlic? I kind of want to. But I'd also like to get a pumpkin shield. So instead we're actually going to remove the cabbage pulse. We only have one offensive plant and you guys are probably screaming that it's a terrible idea. It looks like a terrible idea. But really the cabbage pulse, they become unnecessary once you get the kernel pulse. Like, genuinely, in my opinion, the kernel pulse is a bit better because it can slow the stuff down. If you get rows of them, you're just going to constantly stun lock zombies. Which we will demonstrate in a bit. Oh, need to get the squash there. Plant that there. Of course, the double sunflower I don't need to take. You guys saw how much sun I had in the previous stage. And that I say touche, but nah. I just prefer to have the double sun upgrade. It just makes the process a bit easier, in my opinion. So we'll get that sorted. He's going to go to the top row. Well, to row 4. No, yeah, row 4. He's just going to get hit in the face a bunch. Basically, similar setup. It changes the way you're going to think about how you play Sun in this game. It's good, like, I think it's really good to change the way things are changed. And change how you think about the game. Of course, it will show a bunch of plat in a little bit, but there ain't no reason to. Not at this exact moment in time. But it is useful, especially for the budgie zombies and the sort of sniper ones. I don't remember the names. Having all of them doesn't help. One minute. But get that sword. Obviously, there's not much I can say for this game at the moment, because you guys see how I'm tackling the game. Obviously, I could try and mix things up in every stage, but we only have so many plans, and a load of them just aren't useful for this stage. A mushroom setup is a cool idea. I just don't use it, because, well, I prefer to use a mushroom setup on the actual regular stages, like just a basic garden. Need another plant pot. Come on. Get that there. Then sunflower. Get a double sun going. And get this all set up nice and dandy. So what I want to do is that there and a spongy plant. Again, color pulse are useful, and I want to make sure that we don't lose them to bungee zombies. Put that there, get that down. Then more sun. And there's not much I can actually hurt the kernel pulse. Like, genuinely, there isn't too much of an issue with them. I'm not worried. Because bungee zombies, they won't get past these plants, bungee leaves. Because obviously they're going to be bounced right off them. We'll see in a bit, I think. Because they are randomized, so there's still the whole random element to them. Get that going. Of course, there is a little bit more setup I want to do. I want to get rid of that sunflower. Get a bungee leaf there. Because it'll protect the sunflowers in the back. So if you get 2 of them going, then you're all set. You won't have that many issues. Yeah, like, literally everything's protected from the sniper zombies. And if bungee zombies go for the kernel pulse, they're not going to be able to do anything. We've protected about 90% of the plants. I think it's just these sunflowers and garlics. They can be destroyed now. Through the aerial strikes. Oh, that guy needs a bit of defense. There you go. Put that down. Just to protect them. Should have gotten a pumpkin there. I just didn't think to. But we'll get some flower pots up top now. Just to act as a bit of a simple shield. Not a perfect shield, but it'll do. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a bungee leaf here. And we'll get another one now. If we can defend these two with pumpkins, then we're all good. Like, we're not going to have that much of an issue. This is why the Color Pulse are brilliant. Like, they're not able to actually touch the thing. They can touch the bungee leaves, but they're not going to do much to them. They get frozen, they're dead. Oh, and now we're going to see the bungee leaves in action. Check it out. Just bounces the thing off. And they don't even have a cooldown on them, which is brilliant. You'd think they would have a cooldown, but no. That protects all of our plants. The only sunflower that is protected is this back one. And honestly, that's fine. It doesn't need to be protected. But we are dealing with a situation. We have to plant a Color Pulse there. That I just do this. Yeah, it's actually better. Get rid of sunflower. And protect that bungee leaf. Now everything's protected. Because bungee zombies is just going to be bounced all the way back up. Like, they're not going to be able to do anything. They probably don't like the setup, but they can't do anything about it. That's pretty cool. And we're going to get that set up. Obviously that's the catchphrase ensues. Gonna get that set up. And yeah, bungee zombie was set all the way back up. Even if they're gonna spawn zombies, they get bounced all the way back up and don't spawn anything. It is absolutely fantastic. Now if you really wanted to, you could get a setup to grab coins with the magnets. Oh, there you go, bungee zombie. Boing. Gone flying. Now what I'm going to do is I have that much sun. Now I'm going to set up the bottom row with the Color Pulse. And then this row as well. I can probably even get rid of sunflowers and be completely safe. Which we'll see. Plant that down. Get some more of those set up. Something I could do, which I might just do anyways. No, why not? I'm gonna get a garlic here in the middle. So that was just rows 2 and 4 that I gotta cover. And they're perfectly defended. Like, there's one type of zombie that will get through it. And I think even that zombie would have trouble. Oh, they got through something there. What did they get through? It doesn't matter. They're not getting through it. Oh, it's a bungee leaf that they got through. That's a worry. I guess I have to remember, just heal up the bungee leaves anytime they get destroyed. Do that. Get this set up. And there ain't gonna be much problems now. All you should do is get a pumpkin to cover this, like row 4's some fun sweet corn. Like this sweet corn here. If we cover that with pumpkin, then we're pretty much set to go AFK. I just don't like going AFK in games. That's the only reason I'm still playing. Obviously by this point I could speed up the stages, but I just prefer not to be completely honest. Because this game will only be like 5 episodes. There you go. Perfect setup. If you want to, you could be a jerk and cover the garlic, but there's no point because they're just not going to move rows at that point. A good setup you could do is at the front row, you can just get a squash ray to KO those guys. It's like they're going to do anything about it. Gonna get a bungee leaf back here as well. Because I think that sunflower was just destroyed. because it was a middle row fame, which is fine. I accepted that was going to happen anyways. And come on, squash. There you go. But yeah, that's pretty much the stage just completely covered. The only road that could be in trouble is the top one. As you guys can see, there's no issues with that. It just did stand a chance. There you go, get squashed that. Get another sweet corn there, or kind of pulp. It's unsymmetrical, but you know what? I just can't care at that point. I was just waiting for that zombie to die, which he just did. And that guy has blood on his face. Big disgrace. But yeah, he's just done. He did not stand a chance, and honestly, I felt bad for him. Ooh, marigold. Brilliant. This plant is fantastic. It just generates coins for you. Which, obviously we're going to go to the main menu, and I want to see if there's an upgrade I can get. Nope, nowhere close. Need 3,000. Check on the Zen Garden? No? Can I get any other plants? Nope. A shame. But next episode we'll be showing off the marigolds and finishing up World 5-8. I'll see you guys there.